Hey, what up, everybody? Steviebreech coming to you. I wanted to put up a solo review. Last night I recorded my video with Yaya sort of as a gag, as putting up the review. And just sort of like the next day, my feelings on everything that's going to happen in the upcoming year maybe is a way that this is going to end up swinging it out. Honestly, I thought the WWE pre-show was honestly one of the coolest things I've seen from WWE in a long time. A long time ago, before they went to 3 hours of actual wrestling on Raw, it was sort of rumored that WWE was looking at some sort of a pre-show, which I think was going to be a little bit like this, where they would steal basically the vibe of NFL Fox, sort of like with the four-man panel, where they talk about things that are going on. You can probably run some angles through there by people doing maybe like run-ins on the set or something like that would always catch somebody's attention to make it much watch. But for the most part, you're running interviews and rewinds and angles, video packages. So that way, when it comes down to actual wrestling, it's actual, wrestling time. You're not showing, vignettes or video packages or something like that. It could be like that. Once wrestling starts at 9 o'clock, it's wrestling time, and that's it. Nothing else. So that way, it's sort of like must-see TV again. You have that 1 hour that is, sort of hit or miss. If you miss something, it sucks to be you, but at the end of the day, it pays off in the matches, and I thought that was really good. I wish they would have had more wrestling on it. I thought that was weird that I had to order the show on my 60-inch TV and watch it on a 20-inch screen. We were all huddled around my laptop, put on a table in the middle of my living room, and when you order the show, they have their own pre-show going on TV, and the main events on the other thing. If you order the show, you should get the pre-show on your TV, and the YouTube people should watch the stuff on YouTube. I know that YouTube, pays a lot of money to have this service, but a lot of people pay a lot of money to have it on their television at the same time, and they should sort of take that into mind, because probably a lot of the people that are going to be watching on YouTube are the people that probably aren't even ordering this show anyways, that are going to be going over to another internet stream, and they're going to be sitting in front of their computer for the whole time. From all the matches, even though I sort of knocked them and said none of them were really perfect and great, but I think WrestleMania is worth every dollar. I think if I'm ever home, I don't see a year coming that I won't be ordering WrestleMania and giving WWE my money. Vince McMahon definitely deserves it, and I know that they always go out of their way to give us the best card they can. I was really sort of it was really sort of hard for me because I was rooting for Triple H, my favorite guy. I thought it would be better for him to lose. I don't understand why you sign a guy like Brock Lesnar with a whole lot of media appeal behind him, being a big UFC star, being one of the guys that carried UFC to the height that it is today. And honestly, you can tell that there is I don't want to say a lack, because the UFC definitely is a huge company, and they are making strides forward, but it doesn't seem like they're making the moves forward as fast as they were when Lesnar was there, if that makes sense. And every time you put Lesnar out there, a little bit of that appeal goes away, because that's the reason why guys like him and Rock don't wrestle all the time. They only wrestle on the real big shows. But every time you beat Lesnar, every time he loses a little bit more of that appeal, because every sort of fringe fan that is coming back to see a Lesnar match, when he loses, it's sort of like, well, what's the point to go forward? I'm sure the next time they have a big Lesnar fight that has a lot of mass appeal will be sort of like the Royal Rumble this year was, when Rock was fighting for the title for the first time. When they want to put that strap on Lesnar, if they sign him for a 3-year deal, I think he's going to be less of an attraction guy, and you have to put that belt on him at some time for some sort of a 3-month run like we did with The Rock. I don't really want it to be the Mania countdown like it was last year, but if it is, I'm not going to really complain. But we're set up right now for 4 years of, wait a minute. No, not 4 years. I'm really tired. I apologize. 4 months of The Rock on pay-per-view in a row with the Rumble, Elimination Chamber, WrestleMania, and Extreme Rules. I honestly never thought we would ever see that again. I thought The Rock would work one show here, one show there, and I'm honestly very appreciative of The Rock for doing this. I never thought there would be a point in my life when I got to see him almost as a every week competitor. well, not really competitor, but a superstar, maybe, I guess you can say, being on shows, doing promos, even though he doesn't wrestle for free on Monday Night Raw. We might get to see a Rock Bottom. We might get to see him take a FU, and that's about it. But he's honestly one of the best delivery guys in the business, and just to be a privilege to see him on TV is very, very cool. But I think The Rock definitely had something to do with the finish last night. Never have I ever seen so much shown about the loser. Oh, there's my boss. I'm watching you. But never have I ever seen so much, shown about the loser before. Maybe WrestleMania 26, Taker, bowed out of there. And, Shawn Michaels walked out and, he hugged his wife and kids and walked up the ramp and said goodbye and all that. But that was a retirement match, but never for just a regular championship match where we know Rock is coming back and they're not going to play it up like that was his last match. Because he's already said in public interviews on their TV that he is going to be at WrestleMania 30. So what is the payoff for this? I don't see it, and it doesn't make really any sense. But, they followed Rock. Like, Rock and Cena had their small exchange in the ring, and then Cena bailed out, and it wasn't until Rock went all the way up the ramp he, got his moment of glory with a big fireworks show and holding the belt up. That should be done in the center of the ring. We didn't have to see The Rock kiss his whole family. That was front row. And I thought that put the show all about The Rock. And it was all about The Rock until he lost. Now it's John Cena's time. Cena hasn't had the title in over a year. And I just thought that was, sort of chicken shit, When Hogan and Warrior had their match at WrestleMania, Hogan lost. And, they showed Hogan, walk up the ramp because he was sort of crying. But they only showed him for a brief moment. And then Warrior got all that time to shine in the middle of the ring. And that's how they went off the air. And the only thing I can really compare it to is sort of like the Super Bowl. When you have the Super Bowl and, they have the champions, they always take that moment to show somebody on the opposing team, if it's somebody like a big, huge superstar that is on the losing squad, holding their head high like normal, that they lost the match, sort of looking at it I'm going to be back here, and this isn't my last time here, and I'm going to make sure I win that ring. And then they always try to show that lovable scrub who knows it's the last time he's going to be there, and he's sort of putting his head down. But it's always all about the champions. You just get those brief shots that speak 1,000 words, and then you go right back to what it's all about. These guys won it, so they deserve it. And I thought that Cena deserved all that time to shine. I don't really know what match you go to from here. The only one I can really think of is you do the three-way. Rock, Punk, Cena. Nobody really wants to see a Rock throwaway match. I don't even know anybody you can throw that match away with. But so many people wanted Rock, Cena, and Punk as the three-way. They didn't really want to see the Punk versus Taker match, which is funny because that's the match everyone's talking about today. I've seen some people on YouTube even rate it as high as 4 3/4 and 4 stars. Or, I'm sorry, 5 stars. I don't know. I've heard a lot of people also say that it's a solid 4. I thought it was a good match. I didn't think it was great. We'll have to see what they do on the DVD, because I saw it on TV, and I definitely didn't see what a lot of people saw live and what they felt. That's a whole different style of feel. But I know a lot of people that were live. I was talking to Danny last night, who was there, and he said that was just by far the best thing on the card, and by far one of the best things he's ever seen. And honestly, to me, that just isn't what I felt. Taker's not going to be there. I'd like to see Fandango go up against The Miz. I think that's a great way to push him in the right direction. If you want to make him a big deal, he just beat Jericho on WrestleMania. So, anything other than going with somebody like The Miz is going to be a letdown. A lot of matches are going to be rematches. I think that the Team SmackDown, Big Show, Randy Orton, and Sheamus, that has to be some sort of a 3-way for the number 1 contendership. So we'll probably have Del Rio going up against Swagger in some sort of a rematch. I think Mark Henry and Ryback will be some sort of a rematch. Maybe the winner of that will somehow earn a WWE Championship match, because, I mean, you have to get Ryback back into the swing of things, and he needs to get back into the swing of things in a big way. He must dominate Henry in the next match, because Henry getting that win, I know it was questionable because last year we had Kane get the win over Orton, which felt a little weird. We had Big Show get a win over Cody Rhodes, who I think is sort of like the future of the WWE, playing up the fact that we have to give Big Show WWE WrestleMania moment because he's never had one. That, in my mind, is kind of stupid. You sort of blow all your future storylines out of the water just to help out one guy. But I think a guy like Henry and Big Show do deserve something. But don't screw up the future just to help a guy out. You know, have one little thing that's a clip on a video package for WrestleManias of the future. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. What else do I see happening? I don't know. They say that the Dancing Fat guys are going to get their shot to wrestle on Monday Night Raw. I honestly don't even know what the point is. Nobody wanted to see the match at Mania. Nobody wants to see the match at Raw. Those guys, I don't see them going out there and actually even caring. You just got bumped out the biggest show of the year. Anything that they do is going to be a letdown. You might even want to break up Rhodes and Sandow now just to go their separate ways so they can prove their way to earn that spot at WrestleMania next year, because we both know they're big things that they're going to be pushing in the future year, and I think that everybody wants to see them as singles guys, even though you love them as a tag team. But if they're going to do no love to the tag team division, what's the point of having these guys stuck there? Both guys are going to be... I'm not 100% sold on Cody moving up to the main event, but I think Sandow is a guy that is going to get there. But I want to see Cody go as far as he can, and he's had great Intercontinental title runs. He's had great tag title runs. Now I think it's time to see if he can work his way up to that main billing, which is going to be hard to break through when you have so many guys that are at the top already, and you need to find a way to make room. But I think WWE can. They've always been great at making stars in the future. I want to see them create more. So this is Steviebreech. Those are just about everything I can think about WrestleMania for news and notes. If anything else comes to me, it'll be up as soon as it can be. Thank you very much, and peace out.